Okay, today's Friday, basically the end of the week. I had a very good week today. And this week I want to talk about sibling drama. Last week, Saturday was what was it? Saturday, something, I can't tell what day it was. But last week, my brother's daughter, my niece, had her second birthday party. I wasn't invited. I wasn't even invited to the first birthday party, and I just showed up and I was ignored by him the entire time. I understand that we haven't talked in a few years and don't really have a relationship like that, but it's still the simple fact that when you had a child, I had found out from a third party. I found out from my dad, who found out from a cousin who told him that my brother was having a baby. My brother never picked the phone to let anybody know, besides probably my mom and stuff like that. And the first birthday party, I was not invited, but yet my grandma wanted me to go, so I went. I was ignored the whole entire time. And then the second birthday came along, and my dad texted me and told me about it, and I had to sit and think if I was going to go. Okay, I'm back. I had to step away for a second. My grandma called me. Okay, so the second birthday party, I can't remember where I left off, but for the second birthday party, I wasn't invited. But my dad texted me and told me about it, and I really had to think about it if I wanted to go. So I thought about it, and I was texting my dad, and I don't think I'm gonna go. And then I told my mom, I texted my mother, who I don't really talk to either, and told her that I wasn't going. Then I called my dad and told him why I wasn't going. He was like, okay, he understands. Then my mom asked me why, and I told her I wasn't invited, and my brother needs to put on his big boy pants and decide if he wants me in his child's life. And it was like, it's not my niece's fault. It has nothing to do with her. And I told her, of course it's not her fault. She's a sweet, innocent child. It's not her fault. It's her father's fault. He needs to decide if he wants to have me in his life or not. If he doesn't want me in his life, he can pick up the phone and text me or call me and tell me he does not want me in his child's life. And then it can be done and over with. And my mom and my dad could stop trying to get me to just show up. I cannot do that. That is not my child. That is his child. It's just like this whole circle of that hasn't been broken yet, from parents traveling down from drama to drama and what's been going on. So my mom needs to realize that if she wants me to be around my niece, she needs to talk to my brother and ask him, what does he want? Because right now, there's no relationship between me, my brother, or my mother, and me. And if my brother wants to sit down and have a conversation, we can have a conversation with just me and him and work through our issues. But I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon, because he has a lot of anger built up in him. And me and my mom can sit down and have a conversation, one-on-one. But it's still kind of hard to have a conversation with her when I told her everything that I need to say, and I still feel like I haven't been heard. It may just be on me, but I still feel like I haven't been heard. And that's the real issue, is that because I am the oldest, I feel like everything is on my shoulders, and that I'm the one that needs to fix it because I'm the oldest. Just because I'm the oldest does not mean that I need to fix the issue or fix any type of problem. Just because I'm the oldest doesn't mean that I should fix it. It's not my job to always fix things. And it's not always the oldest job to take care of their siblings. Like, if you're the oldest child or the middle child, then sometimes they might not say it, but you feel like all the pressure is on you to take care of your younger siblings or people in the family. And on this TV show I was watching, it's from a rerun, and I like the quote she said, and she said, sometimes we have to go backwards before we can go forwards. Meaning sometimes you have to look in your past and where these certain issues have started and manifested, because it's coming out in your present life that happened in your childhood. So you have to go back and figure out the problem so that you can move forward and move on and not have all these issues be passed down to your children. So that's just how I feel about it. Because when I was younger, me and my brother were close once. And I still remember when my mother told my brother, do not listen to me because I don't know what I'm talking about. And once she said that, me and my brother haven't had a close relationship ever since. We started arguing and fighting a lot more, getting on each other's nerves a lot more, and not being around each other. And I feel like that's her fault. She pit us against each other. She might not think she did, but I feel like she really did. Siblings supposed to be close. Even if they argue, they should still be able to pick up the phone and call each other and let each other know what's going on in each other's lives. But since we don't have that type of relationship, it's the parents' job to at least try to fix it themselves and try to get us in a room together, or just give up. So you have to figure out if your person's going to give up on you, or if they are going to help fix things. So that's how I feel about when it comes to sibling drama and sibling rivalry, which I don't really have, but sibling drama I have a lot of. And I actually hate personal drama, but I love watching drama on TV. Okay, also, one other thing I want to say is that your childhood can shape the type of person that you are today. And you either become a good person or a great person who can still work on some issues, or you become a crazy person who still needs to work on their issues. But your childhood shapes who you are today. So you can either break the cycle and do better, or just keep the cycle, and the cycle just keeps repeating itself over and over and over. But I kind of rather choose to break the cycle instead of having to repeat over and over and over. What about you? Do you choose to break the cycle, or are you continuously letting the cycle continue over and over and over that passed down to your child?